you know, Beach Street, Breaking when that came out, Wild Style, all the original movies, you know, the original B-boy classics, you know, he was on that tough, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I got my windmills, I got my backspin, I started getting my pops and all of that, and, you know, I knew I was gonna do this for the rest of my life. Just tell them that I wanna do something that's, you know, creative and stuff that fuels you, you know? It's the energy. It's all positive, it's coming from the soul, so you know you're not going wrong. You can't fail that way, you know, because you know what I'm saying, because you're utilizing the gift that you was given. I love hip hop. You know, got with Dj Age, like in the mid-90s, a live acid jazz band, real funky and creative, and that kind of like piqued my interest in, you know, trying to search further for like new styles and just, you know, jumping into the universe without any, you know, anything to hold you down, and you just want to, you know, and that's what it's all about, man. It's just creating, staying original, and, you know, motivating as well, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to keep doing the same thing that everybody else is doing, and after a while it just becomes monotonous, and, you know, you can't motivate like that. But anyway, after that, you know, got into the Ill Heard Menace crew, you know, me and my buddies from around the way, we just was in the studio all the time, building and writing and growing and, you know, perfecting skills, mastering the skills, and things went a certain way to where I had to kind of, you know, reach out on a solo mission and you know, try to test my own skills, you know, because I had to rep, I had to keep repping, I wouldn't stop, you know, it's just something that I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. So if I'm not doing it, then I feel like I'm not, you know, getting my nourishment. I'm not feeding myself. First MCs that I grew up listening to, let's see, had to be Big Daddy Kane, of course, Rakim, KRS-One, man, Run DMC was before that, Slick Rick, all the real lyrical cats. Cats that had a lot to say, you know what I'm saying, and you know, had concept that they rhymed and metaphors, and, you know, it gave us something to really chew on, you know. The cats we listened to back in the day was dropping knowledge, and it was putting us on what life was, you know what I'm saying? KRS-One speaking about what he's taught about, what he, you know, called himself the teacher. Big Daddy Kane, you know, all these different cats, Dexter Sonic, and just all these groups, all these dope old school groups that I just get the chills over when I just think about them and think about how they touched me. That's what we got to be thinking about for our youth and for this next generation coming up. It's crazy. I remember, you know, being online one day and I seen, I was on some hip hop website and, you know, they were talking about the Handroids, you know, and some show that they had did, or, you know, some wild show that they did with, I think it was Styles Beyond, something like that. But they were just bigging it up, giving it props, and I was just, you know, just reading, checking it out. And then, you know, they were talking about West Coast underground groups and crews to watch for, and who's going to be the next thing to really, you know, make a difference in this music and in this art, you know. And I happened to run across these cats, which is the most bugged out thing to me, because I, you know, like in my head, I'm like, man, I just read about these dudes. And that, like, you know, to me, it's almost like I thought them up, or, you know, we were supposed to cross, you know, during this time, and, you know, it's just exciting, man, because it's something that's so real. And, you know, the Androids, you know, you got Ology, you know, you got Arctic Love, you got Dj IQ, crazy on the production as well, not just the DJ, don't get it twisted. You got Konfusion, you know what I'm saying? You got Alibaba, the grand lyricist, you know, one of the cats I look up to. And I've barely been hearing him rhyme for 5 years, but he's that powerful with his, you know, with his words, his approach, cadence, everything is on point. You think he been rhyming for 100 years? He probably has, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, as a collective, the group, you know, it's really incredible. Preseason, there's a project that's been in the works or been in the makings for about, I'll say 5 years, you know, because it came at a time where Yeah, right around 2002. It came at a time where I was just venturing off for, as a solo MC, as a solo artist. And me and Arctic, the rest of the Handroids, IQ and Ology, those cats began just building on certain tracks, especially Arctic and IQ. I mean, they, really came through with so many different grooves and beats at the time that I needed to hear and felt like writing to. So for about 5 years, we've been just making songs, creating, we just kept growing and kept elevating the styles and kept raising the bar every time. So what you get on the preseason is a build-up of what's been going on for like the last 5 years, creatively, emotionally, spiritually, culturally with me. It's a nice mix of hip hop, soul, and funk a little bit, a little bit of jazz up in that, but just the whole vibe itself is just basically a soul, mellow vibe. It really is. A couple tunes on there get you open on some, high energy, but for the most part, you're gonna want to light something up, maybe, take it easy, relax, and just kick your feet up and listen to some lyrics, listen to some real nice beats. IQ on production, Arctic on production, my man Victor Bars on production, Ology, so it's going down like that, and that's what we're doing. 2007, the album will be out, and we'll just, we'll see how it does. We'll see how everybody gravitates, or we'll see how people take to it, rather. And hopefully it's a good response.